Hello, I am live tonight. It is hump day or hump night. So I guess because it's night, we're further along, right? We're more than halfway through the week. Tomorrow's day 4 of the week. Anyways, I am here because I wanted to get on and see if there were any questions that anybody had who has been going through the Rise of the Digital CEO training. So if you didn't know, and I know I'm broadcasting this to a couple of different places, but if you did not know that James Wedmore, my coach, is in the middle of enrollment for his program, Business by Design. And it's the program that taught me everything that I know about going from clueless to a successful online business. And so I am a big fan of James. He basically manufactures millionaires is what he does. But and if millionaire scares you, because when I started, I was like, oh, I don't think that sounds too big for me. So, but if you just want to start small, you can do that too. He has all kinds of people that he helps. And you set the goals that you're ready for. And then once you get to that level, then you set the next goals. And then when you get to that level, you set the next goals. It is a journey. And it is an amazing experience. And I am so glad I found him. I am so glad that I signed up for Business by Design when I did. I am so glad that I have been open to this adventure. And I want that for you. If you have an inkling at all of, having freedom, doing a job that you love, that you create for yourself. It's basically, you find out what you love, you create it, and then you help other people, because that life is about serving. And and it doesn't matter how you serve. There's all different ways you can serve. But we want to make an impact. That's what the human spirit wants, is to make an impact. And you can make an impact, and you can have total control over what that is. And so I love it. And so who's here with me tonight? Just say where you're tuning in from. I would love to know where people are tuning in from. This is very impromptu. It wasn't planned. I didn't schedule it. Because James is, I'm very aware of how sometimes when you're in training, it can be really overwhelming. And so I don't want to add on to that. James does a great job. So I'm not going to interfere with James. And so last night, I was going to get on live last night, but James went live in the Facebook group. And with James, you don't even know how long he's going to go. And so, or maybe it was the night before, but anyways, he went. I was going to go on afterwards, and it was 3 hours later, and he was still going. And I'm like, it's too late. It's too late. And so some people do need to go to sleep, and he is on Pacific time. So it's even later on the East Coast where I am. So he did live coaching in his Rise of the Digital CEO Facebook group last night, and he's doing it again tonight. So in less than an hour from now, he's going to be doing more coaching inside the Facebook group. And if you are interested in either getting coaching or watching coaching, then you need to tune in. And that's in 50 minutes. He said he's going to do it at 7 Pacific time, which is 10, if I got the math right, 10 Eastern time. And there is as much value in watching someone get coached as there is in getting coached yourself. Because first of all, when you get coached yourself, it is a little, hey, Gail, it is a little sweaty palms, sweaty armpits. I mean, it's you're on the hot seat. He calls them hot seats. And, but so a lot of times when you're getting coached by him, you got to go rewatch it, because you're so in the moment, and you're your mind's going really fast. And then when you're watching somebody else get coached, it's you can really get something out of it, because you're really paying attention and you're not the one being coached. So either way, it's high value. But I will say, if you are one of the people who gets coached, watch it again, because you're going to need to watch it again. oftentimes too, he will give you such great nuggets. Sometimes he'll give you messaging nuggets, and you have to go back and like listen to it in slow motion so you can take notes. So because he gives you such great nuggets that you can use in your messaging, for example. So anyways, so I want to know if anybody has questions. So today was a really big day because he dropped a 12-pay payment plan. So a lot of people, you know, Business by Design is a high value program. And so it costs more than the average online course because it's not really an online course. You get him as a coach, you get his coaches as a coach, you get a completely supportive environment that you really can't fail unless you don't tune in and take action. And all of the systems and processes you need, email templates, webinar templates, you know, project plans on how to put the project together that you're going to be rolling out. So much value in the community. You're going to meet people that are like, if you want to be around people that make you better, that's his community. There's no competition in terms of, it's like everybody lifting each other up. It's the most beautiful community. And I have met so many amazing people. I just up-leveled my life when I joined Business by Design. And there's a lot of older people too. I mean, I think like a lot of times, oh, I'm so, you know, 60s. Oh, you know, all these young people. There's like, you know, a 35-year-old comes in there, is like, oh, you know, I'm so old. I think it's so late. And I'm like, honey, you don't even know. You have so much time. And you can do so much in so little time. And we all think, oh, it's going to take so much time. And it doesn't really take that much time. Really, it doesn't. And because like when you like look back after the first 90 days, you're going to be like, holy shit, I did a lot of stuff. And excuse my French, but that's what you do. Do say that. I know you say it in your head. You might not say it out loud, but you say it in your head. But you look back and you're like, I did so much. It's like, you become so much more productive, even though you might not have a lot of time, you become much more productive in the time you have. So, and I had a question from somebody earlier, and she was asking, you know, you know, does James, you know, I'm thinking about doing a blog. So, and a lot of people are really early in the process. So I want you to know, if you're early in the process, you're fine. Everybody's in different places. And that's one of the reasons this year he's doing these different tracks. So niche alignment is when you're in the very beginning. And then offer alignment is when you know, you've nailed your niche and you know who you want to help. And you think, you know, in what way, like what your sales mechanism is going to be. So then you move to offer alignment, and offer alignment is all about putting that offer together. So it's irresistible. So, and then it's like, you know, what's your pricing going to be, how you message that in a way that's irresistible. So people like buying, it's a no brainer. And then launch alignment is like, you know, taking it out to the world and putting your offer out there and delivering it. So yeah. And a lot of people, this is interesting. A lot of people, they come in with this sense of, oh, I have these skills and I know how to do this. And so this is what I'm going to do. And then they start to put together an offer and it's like it feels out of alignment, or they might even launch it. They might even go to the point of making the offer, but then it doesn't light them up, because it has to light you up for them to feel that energy, right? And to have it, for you to attract the right people, the energy has to be there and it has to be aligned with what is like coming in your heart. And a lot of times we go after, okay, the skill set, that's kind of logic brain, but like alignment is in our heart, right? So then they're like, oh my God, I shouldn't do that. I need to go back to niche alignment and figure out what it is. And sometimes it's off. You redo your offer, the niche stays the same, but sometimes people could totally change their niche and who their audience is going to be, who their target audience is going to be. So, there's a lot of movement between tracks, and people are at all different stages. And so that's one thing I love too, because you're going to find people that are at your stage and that you can partner up with people. And it's just amazing. So anyways, this person was asking about, like, she was thinking about doing a blog. And so my question to her was, did you go through the CEO digital dashboard? Because the CEO digital dashboard is James took you through that training. And I think, was it in training 2 where he went into this, is where, or it might even been training 1, but he talks about the number 2 habit of Stephen Covey's is like, you begin with the end in mind. So you don't even think about how you're going to deliver it. Don't even, like, what's in your heart is in your heart to help people, is in your heart to help people and make an income out of doing it. And so you can either leave the job you have or just make a difference in the world. However, whatever that looks like for you. But the bottom line is you want to help people with something that you know and you feel passionate about. So don't think of what the delivery vehicle is going to be. Think about what that income that you, as he put it, what's going to prove to you that this works. So put down your income outcome that you desire. That's at the end of 90 days. In 90 days, I'd like to have, this will show me that this works. For me, it was like, I just wanted to sell something. I didn't even care. It was like, if I sell something and I just make a profit, I'm happy. And so, but anyways, for me, it was in 90 days, it was 3,500. He challenged, maybe it was 36 something, they're almost 37. But anyways, rounding, I guess if you round up, it's 4K, but rounding to the nearest 100 is 3,500. So anyways, but some people, he encourages you to really push for something bigger, because you will surprise yourself if we don't push ourselves, if we try to, this is what I think reality is. Well, we don't even have any idea what reality is, because reality is actually a limiting belief, because reality for us and what we think we can do is within our box that we live in, right? It's not outside the box. It's unlimited, really. And so he has that, like, start at the income and then figure out how you're going to get to that income. And then that's where, you figure out, okay, could that be 10 people at 1,000, or could that be 5 people at 2,000, or however you want it. And then pick how many people and how you're going to get there. And then, okay, so whatever that dollar amount per person is, what's that going to look like? What are you going to do to create something that's valuable at that price point? And then, of course, it goes through some more steps to explain how you increase that value for what that is. So, and then, what I say is a lot of people want to know before they join BBD. But what I will tell you is you don't have to know. You don't have to know. In fact, knowing is gonna actually limit you. Knowing or picking one thing before you get into BBD and start to do the modules and start to take some of the training that's in there, you want to go in with an open mind. You don't want to go in a lane, right? You want to go in with an open mind, and you're going to want, the clarity is going to come very, very quickly. And you're going to see other people and what they're doing, and that's going to give you ideas. And you're going to watch him coach. You're going to watch James coach people. That's going to give you ideas. And then James, you'll get coached, and that'll give you ideas. And so there's going to be this building up of all of this, like, clarity very, very quickly early on. And so all you need to know going into Business by Design is, I want to help people and I want to make money doing it so I can do it all the time, because most of us need income. If you are independently wealthy and you don't need income, you just want to help people, you can still do it. So, but if you want to help people and you want to help people in a way that you have full freedom, full control, then that's all you need to know to get into BBD. And today with the 12 pay, he made it very affordable for most people. And I say very affordable because if you're doing a 12 pay and you get it $297 and you pay $297 a month, say it takes you 90 days to launch, you technically could, for less than $1,000, have a 10K launch. Like, who would not do that? I mean, it's kind of like, placing a bet, but you're betting on yourself. And if you're convicted and you're determined and you know that you're in the right hands and you've got the right support system, like, is that a risky bet? Doesn't seem like a risky bet to me. So, yeah. And so you get in and you've put very little money up front, and then you have an opportunity to make all that. You have an opportunity to make so much more than the investment in BBD. So, all right. So I'm going to see if there's any questions. Anybody? So Gail, you say it feels very intense. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm not about the money. I'm about reaching more people. I know that the money will come. I don't want to go big. I'm okay with staying small. Is BBD overkill for me? No, it's not overkill. And what I would say is you have to watch, Gail, the coaching session he did. I can send you the link. The coaching session he did last night was talking to somebody about this very, very subject. And I will give you the timestamp as to when he started talking to her. And it was very interesting because, I totally get what you mean by not going big, because I've been there and I feel that way sometimes, but you have to go big, and you have to go big to a certain extent to help the people you want to help. Right. So when you stay small, and what is the reason for staying small? Because you're going to help less people. So, and we all, you're going to grow so much in a very short time that you're right now, your mind isn't where your heart is. So if you can understand that. So yeah, you want to reach more people, then you kind of have to go big. You kind of have to go big because, what is big anyways? So define big. Big means different things. Like, I'm talking about big. My definition of big could be totally different than your definition of big. What is big? When you say small, I think, oh, I only want to help a couple people. So what is that? My interpretation is probably totally different. Is staying small, oh, I don't want to have a big company where I employ 30 people. I don't either. And most people in BBD have very, very small teams. Most of them have virtual teams that are part-time people that just do the kind of the tasks that are more of the VA tasks. So yeah, I don't never want to go to an office ever again, that kind of thing. So like staying small, what is the definition of that? And really, really dig into that, because like, getting the knowledge that you need to put your offer together in a way that makes your offer irresistible. So people go, I want what Gail is selling. I know Gail can help me. And it's not putting together the messaging to do that is not so simple. And that's why there's so many people out there that aren't making money, because they're not creating irresistible offers. And that's what James, the gift that James gave me was understanding how to put together, something that like really in a good way explained what I do. And so that's what you need. And that you can go small, but no matter you go big or small, you need the messaging, right? Yeah. I don't want a big team or a big company either. No, I do not either. So yeah. I do not want to be the big name on the internet. That's not for me. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And so that you had to struggle with that too, because sometimes if you help people in a big way and the transformations start to come, then word of mouth is going to bring more people to you. But I feel that the universe brings you what you're ready for. And when you're not at that stage, it won't be given to you. But when you get to that stage, it will be. And you can choose, right? You can choose what James did to stay free of and not be trapped in a job is he hired coaches to help people and he trained them. And so now he has coaches helping people and he can go bigger. He can go bigger when he can replicate himself. And there really is no replicating him really, but but he still is able to do what he does and still grow. So yes. So anyways, who else is here? Any other questions, Gail? Yes. I just wanted to make this quick because I want everybody who wants to go watch James. Oh, and there's going to be another really good bonus tomorrow. I can't say what it is. But it's a good one. And oh, by the way, whenever you sign up, you get all the bonuses, right? So anybody who signs up today will get the bonuses that come out tomorrow. So do not worry about that. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's just like the energy is so great. And, you know, it's really great for the people too, like me that have been in business by design for 2.5 years is it's just an injection of this like new energy. And I love, and I'm going to have new people to interview on my podcast. So I'm always looking for new people for my podcast, new interesting people, always interesting niches. And what people do is, Gail, you have a very, very interesting niche. James is going to love you. Yes. He loves the woo. And so you'll learn a lot more about that. So you would really connect with him in a big way. So I guess I'm apprehensive just like I was. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, this is one you don't want to wait. He will not get no second chances with him. And it's not for another year. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you, Gail, and I'm glad you're on, is because, I know you were coming from a place of, oh, I'm not ready for this yet. I'll wait till next year. What if you're ready for it in 3 months? Like you don't want to wait another 9 months. We do not have time to wait. And the people that you want to help, they need you now. They don't want to wait a year for you. Who's going to be lost because you decided to wait a year? It's just like, you are so ready. I know I wouldn't tell you that. I would not say that if I didn't think you had it and you were ready for this. So it will be so much better than trying to figure things out on your own once you are ready and struggling. You're going to move faster, further, and you're going to make so much more progress and you're going to help so many more people. And it's just a kind of a no-brainer. I feel like all these connections. Yes, definitely. Absolutely. Certainly. All right. Did you guys like I'm wearing a top that is like not a t-shirt. It's a dressy top. So I went, my husband, we have a golf pro in our neighborhood and my husband and him went to high school together. In fact, my husband was his, what do you call it? When you carry the clubs? Caddy. My husband was his caddy when his friend was in the golf state tournament and he won the Virginia State Golf Championship back in, I don't know, 1975, 1974, a long time ago. But anyways, he is the pro at our country club and he is leaving after 11 years. So it's going to be weird to be without Jack. But life moves on. Nothing stays the same. And he and his wife are very excited. And, all the more reason, life goes on and we all have really exciting things to look forward to. So, yeah, so exciting. So, yeah, I'm going to go, but tune in 30 minutes to the Rise of the Digital CEO Facebook group and James live. And maybe I'll see you in the chat. All right. Bye.